Hey everyone! In this video I'm gonna go over all of the new things revealed in Bethesda's Update 40 livestream, and I'll try to keep it as short as possible. Update 40 goes on PTS on 18th of September, and it goes live on 30th of October for PCs and 14th of November for consoles. Let's start with the most important thing, the Endless Archive. It will be an endless dungeon where you'll fight through waves of enemies. It's divided into stages, cycles and arcs. You'll fight 3 stages of trash enemies, and on the 4th stage you'll find a random boss. After defeating this random boss, you'll advance a cycle. In the 5th cycle, instead of fighting a random boss in 4th stage, you'll fight the Replicanum. After that, you advance an arc, and it repeats endlessly. The Endless Archive is a roguelite, so you'll be getting some temporary power. After every stage, you'll get to choose a verse, which is a very powerful buff that lasts only for the next stage. After every boss fight, you'll get a vision, which is a stackable buff that lasts for the rest of the run. There is no normal or veteran difficulty, and there's no different difficulties for solo and duo. As said, it's a roguelite, because there are some permanent upgrades you can buy that will carry over to your next runs. Killing bosses awards you with archival fortunes, which can be spent on various rewards, such as mementos, furnishings, or the new class item sets, but it can also be spent on permanent upgrades, such as an upgrade for all your verses, an upgrade for all your visions, getting an extra life, being offered 3 choices when choosing a verse or vision, etc. I mentioned getting extra life. That's because before getting the upgrade you'll only be able to die 3 times before you're forced to reset the run. The lives are called threads of fate, and if you're playing in a duo, they're not consumed until both players die. Visions, the permanent buffs, will also form sets. We could see one of them on Bethesda's livestream. The Ferocious Strikes vision is part of the Ferocious set, and when you acquire 3 unique Ferocious visions, you unlock a Bestial Transformation verse. Now, that's not 100% confirmed, but I think this is going to be the Werewolf Behemoth transformation, because we could see someone being in the Werewolf Behemoth form in Endless Archive in one of the promo materials. Sometimes after finishing a stage, in addition to the portal to the next stage, you'll find a portal to the unknown, which takes you to one of secret areas. We've seen 3 of them on Bethesda's stream. One of them had a boss, and after defeating it, you gained loot, including archival fortunes, and could choose another verse. So you could basically play with 2 verses for the next stage. One of them had a minigame, which after completing also granted you loot and offered another verse. One of these areas had an NPC who was offering a quest, but they didn't pick up the quest on stream because they didn't want to spoil the story. You can also encounter a wandering boss during one of the trash stages. Bethesda showed off Marauder Hilcarax on the stream, and after defeating him, just like with secret areas, you gained loot including archival fortunes and a verse. The Endless Archive will have leaderboards, 2 of them actually, one for solo players and one for duo players. You can start the archive solo and then invite a friend or a companion, but this will put you on the duo leaderboard. The Endless Archive will drop 7 new class specific item sets. These interact with only one of the skill lines, so Zos already mentioned adding more of them later on, so that there's one for each skill line. But sadly, I gotta say they're looking really bad at the moment. They look like they were designed by someone who doesn't know that most of the buffs they offer are easily available from other sources. Take the Necromancer set for example, which interacts with the Bone Tyrant skill line, which is the tank one. It grants you minor resolve, which you can already get from Resolving Vigor or Combat Prayer. It grants you minor protection, which you can already get from Temporal Guard, and it grants you Beautiful Corpse, which allows you to use yourself as a corpse once every 20 seconds. The idea of using yourself as a corpse is very interesting, but it really needs a buff to be worth wearing, because there are much better 5-piece sets out there. And it's the same with other sets. The design and ideas look cool, like for example this Warden set, but the buffs they apply are just easily available from other sources. Imagine if this set was giving Major Courage, making it an alternative for Spell Power Cure or Olorim. Right now it gives Minor Heroism, which you can get from potions, Major Maim, which the tanks apply anyway with Destructive Reach, and Minor Vitality, which isn't that needed. And that sums up the Endless Archive. The next big feature is the revamp of jewelry crafting. It will be changed to be more like other crafting professions, like blacksmithing, woodworking and clothing. No more grains, there will be only platings. But you'll need 8 of them for an upgrade, just like with other professions. Your current grains will turn into 1 new plating, and current platings will turn into 10 new platings. This means that you'll need 5 times less materials to upgrade your jewelry, so you'll probably want to sell your jewelry materials right now, because the demand for them will be going down. Next we have Grandmaster crafting stations. You can feed your attunable crafting stations to this station, and you'll unlock crafting that specific set at the Grandmaster station, which will allow you to save a lot of space in your house. You can see some concept arts here, and they're looking pretty cool. The next big thing is the group finder. You'll be able to post a listing of a group to search for members. There are multiple categories such as Dungeon, Arena, Trial, Endless Archive, PvP, Zone, and Custom. What's really interesting is that it also lets you pick the playstyle. You can choose Standard, Educational, or Speed. The next thing is the Reset Hourglass, which is an interactable object you'll be able to use to reset an instance, so you won't have to port out and change difficulty back and forth anymore, which is a great quality of life change. The Tales of Tribute card game will get another patron, Hermaeus Mora. We could see rich loot fragments of the new deck from bosses of the Endless Archive, but we don't have any details on the cards themselves yet. And that's it for this video. If you have any more questions, feel free to leave a comment under this video, or leave a message in our Discord server Wildheart, which I encourage you to check out. You'll find a link in the description. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to subscribe to my channel and check out my Twitch, because I'll be streaming the Endless Archive as soon as it comes out on PTS on Monday. Thanks for watching and see you next time.